Yeah, there you are. Okay, today's message is called The Widow. There was once a widow who had been mourning her late husband for 10 years. Every morning, she would sit in front of her house, place her chin in her palm, and moan about how things have not been the same since her husband died. All day, she would just sit there complaining about how she was being neglected by her children, how her husband's factory workers didn't respect her, how food had lost its taste, the sun has lost its shine, life has lost its luster. Everything that was ever said by anyone within her earshot was another opportunity to begin another "since my dear Paul died" story. After 10 years of this, everyone was tired of her. The whole village had moved on, but the widow was still grappling with the 10-year-old problem of her dear husband's death. One day, a wise traveler came through the village. He spent some time talking to the people and helping them solve all manner of dilemmas and problems. And someone remembered the widow and asked if the wise man would help her overcome her grief. He agreed, and they led him to her hut. As usual, she was sitting at the entrance, head in her hands. The wise man greeted her and then told her a joke. It was a funny joke, and so the widow couldn't help bursting out laughing. And the wise man waited until she had finished laughing and composed herself again, and then he told the very same joke again. This time the widow laughed politely but briefly. The wise man told the same joke a third time. The widow simply cleared her throat awkwardly and remained quiet. Now, after a few moments of uncomfortable silence, the wise man said, "So, if you don't keep laughing over and over at the same joke, why do you keep crying over and over at the same problem?" My dear friends, is this you? I mean, I admit it. It's me sometimes. I can obsess over what is not yet perfect to the point where I momentarily lose sight of all the beautiful things, the hopeful things that life around me has. And in a single-minded quest to fix the imperfect, I can become fixated on what's wrong and forget what is right. I find that, I must physically remind myself sometimes to stop and smell the roses around me every now and then. Now, don't get me wrong, we must keep seeking solutions to our problems, but what we mustn't do more than necessary is cry over our problems. Bad things happen. This is part of the balance of life. We have no problem understanding it when bad things happen to other people. The difficulty always is finding that same perspective when you are the one the bad things are happening to. But you clearly won't find the same joke funny on its third, fourth, fifth, 10th telling. So why keep crying every single day over the same problem? So your boss hates you and work is miserable. You've moaned about it every morning for 5 years now. When will you stop moaning about it and either start figuring out how to manage him, your boss, or start looking for a new job? So traffic is always bad on your way to work. Well, when will you start using other routes or leaving home early? So your Facebook page is peppered with your lamentations against societal ills, political problems, economic difficulties, and every day sees the uploading of yet another post or video to demonstrate how our society is sick. Okay, we've lamented enough. Let's start fixing it. Yeah, if it were funny, you wouldn't laugh about it every day. So if it's a problem, don't cry about it every day. Sometimes we do have to cry though, once or twice. The first reaction is a reflex. The second is routine. But after that, we now know what the problem is. Let's stop moaning about it and start fixing it. Can we do that? My name is Kojo Yankson, and I'm done crying. Good morning, Ghana.